Why play Yone Mid? Well, he can solo carry games, he's a great duelist and team fighter, he can melt through squishies and tanks, and his abilities are just really strong. However, he does have a weaker early game until he has items, and if he falls behind he can struggle to get back into the game. Yone's first passive is his critical strike chance is increased by 250% from all other sources, which means if his item grants him 20% crit strike chance, he instead gets 50%. However, as a trade-off, his crits do deal reduced damage. Also, for every 1% crit strike chance over 100%, he gains additional AD. His second passive is every other basic attack deals 50% physical and magic damage. Yone's Q is a small straight line skill shot which deals damage and applies on-hit effects to all enemies hit. If this hits at least one enemy, he gains a stack of Gathering Storm. When he has 2 stacks of this, his next Q consumes them to become empowered. The empowered Q causes him to dash a small distance and fire a straight line skill shot which deals damage and knocks up all enemies hit. Yone's W is a cone attack which deals mixed physical and magic damage to all enemies hit. In addition, if this hits an enemy, he's granted a shield which is increased for each additional champion hit. Yone's E causes him to dash forward a short distance, leaving a spirit behind. During this time, he's ghosted and gains movement speed. Enemy champions damaged by him during this ability are marked, and once he snaps back, those champions take a percentage extra damage depending on the damage he's already dealt to them. When this is recast or the ability ends, he snaps back to his spirit. Yone's ultimate is a wide straight line skill shot which, after a short delay, will dash him along the skill shot, knocking down and stunning all enemies hit. After this, he appears just behind them where all enemies hit are pulled together, damaged and knocked up. For combos, start with your E into Q and a basic attack. Then use W into 2 basic attacks before using Q into another basic attack. Follow up with your empowered Q and then buffer your ultimate as you're snapping back, as soon as you've snapped back, your ultimate will go straight back onto them. For matchups, Yone does great into scaling mages who can't bully him early game, and he can even threaten kill pressure on them. However, with a weaker early game, he can struggle against lane bullies who will look to shut him down. For runes, take this. With Q adding towards lethal tempo, you stack it incredibly fast. For build orders, start Blade and Pot into tier 2 boots and a Gale Force. After this, follow it up with a BT and a shield bow before completing your build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For some of the spells, take Flash and Ignite. Teleport can be great too if it's going to be more of a split pushing game for you. Starting the game, you're looking to farm hard and take good trades when you can. However, this is Yone's weakest point in the game, so you want more of a laning to scale mentality rather than a laning to kill your opponent mentality. But of course, one of the easiest ways to scale safely is by taking good trades. When you hit level 3, you want to have your third Q ready and go in with E. Between your knock up and your W giving you a shield, this gives you a good amount of time to get a few additional attacks in before snapping back to your spirit. However, at this point in the game, your E has a massively long cooldown. So when you have this available, look for good trades, but when it's on cooldown, you need to play safer. When you hit level 6, your full combo will kill most enemies as long as you've got room to run them down. So if they ever overextend, go for them. Entering the mid game, you want to be in the side lane as soon as possible, as having this longer lane means you can duel most champions. Keep getting a ton of experience and gold by pushing aggressively and group back with your team as needed. Entering late game team fights, you either want to play as the follow-up engage or assassin. Either way, you're waiting for the fight to start, and your main goal here is to get as much value as possible out of your E and your ultimate. Stack your Q, wait for your chance, and then go in with your ultimate.